Ooh, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. Movie News Daily. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. This is a live news show for movie fans. We talk about live news here, guys, about all the big trending movie news headlines of the day. We got a big, massive dump of movie trailers that happened over the last 24 hours. So we're going to be taking a look at a lot of those, breaking those down. For Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Indiana Jones 5, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. We got a Mandalorian release date there for Season 3, and that's kind of cool. We'll be talking about that. And of course, we'll be doing my review for Violent Night that I went out and saw last night. My straight out of the theater reaction is up on the channel right now, so go check that out, as well as all my trailer reactions for all of these. So let's get into the stories. Let's talk about that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer that dropped, because it was good, man. It was a really good trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is slated for May 5th, 2023. Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, Peter Quill rallies his team to defend the universe and one of their own. A mission that could mean the end of the Guardians if not successful. Directed by James Gunn, and we heard from James Gunn's mouth that this will be the last outing for this team. This will be the last time that this group of Guardians will be together. Of course, we got Chris Pratt back, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Drax, Bradley Cooper's voicing Rocket, Karen Gillan is back as Nebula, Pom Klementieff is Mantis, and Elizabeth Debicki, I saw her name is Aisha, she's back. Cool, I like Elizabeth Debicki quite a bit. And Sylvester Stallone is going to be in this one, cameoing. And we saw the bad guy, Will Poulter, is playing Adam Warlock, and I think that's what a lot of people are anticipating. But you see here, they're leading off with the image of Gamora. And let's just go to the trailer now and start breaking down some of the stuff in this. Oh yeah, seeing, what was this, like Young Rocket or something like that? Yeah, we'll just go through some of the images here on this trailer. It looks like they go to, they got a new kind of outfit there, right? Is that a new ship? No, is that their same ship? It's a different one, right? I don't know. They got some new costumes, so we'll take a look at that, why they have new costumes and stuff, and we'll see what people are saying about this trailer. They go to this like neighborhood that looks like an Earth neighborhood, but it's got all of these aliens that have pet-like attributes. So maybe this is where Rocket comes from, guys. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. And then Drax hits one with a basketball, it looks like. Being very Draxian. And I think Dave Bautista is kind of happy about this one, because this will be the last time that he has got to put on all this makeup. He said he wants to move on, and if you've seen Glass Onion, you know he's got a lot more range and depth. He's really developed as an actor, so I'm really looking forward to a lot more work from Dave Bautista. Because maybe he's feeling the same kind of way that Zoe Saldana was that, they're not allowed to stretch themselves as actors. But don't worry about that. Peter Quill here is looking kind of morose. He's upset. Okay, so it is like a young raccoon there that a hand is reaching in for. So maybe that is a young, or maybe the raccoon that is going to be used for Rocket's body. I don't know. But you see, like, there's the young, the old, something's going to happen here. And I think maybe they're trying to set up that maybe one of them will die. They got spacesuits on here. They're all very, very colorful. Is that Nowhere? Is that where they at? Nowhere? Maybe. Yeah, okay, I saw this. Who are they carrying there? Is that Peter Quill? Is Peter Quill going to die in this, guys? Or maybe he's just passed out there. But, if he's dead, why would Rocket be drinking a slushy or whatever, right? And she would be a lot more upset, because they revealed that in the holiday special something about their relationship, right? I hope it's not one of those things where you need to watch the holiday special to understand what's going on. Oh, okay, so maybe they're going into this. Maybe it wasn't Nowhere. There's this weird kind of ring thing here that we see. It's time. Okay, so we see here, is this like a flashback maybe? Looks like Drax took one to the chest. But Gamora's with them. It looks like they're in a prison of some kind maybe again, because they're wearing all the same kind of outfit. Something like that, maybe. Bye for the Hobbit says, hey, how's it going? So yeah, maybe it's they're teasing here that they're going to kill off one of the main characters. I don't know. You see Rocket lying down here. Looks like his eyes are glazed over. Very interesting. You have to watch my trailer reaction to it to see how I react to it. When I see it, oh, there's Nebula, good. And Karen Gillan will be happy that she doesn't have to put that makeup on anymore. And I don't know who this is. This is not Adam Warlock. I don't know who that guy is. But we do see Adam Warlock in this. And yeah, this will be the shot that everybody's talking about. Because it looks like they're on a medical table or something. He's crying out. Are they teasing a death here? Maybe, perhaps. You see Rocket hug like an otter of some kind. Marshall otter. Okay, so now, yeah, here's Adam Warlock. Will Poulter. And yeah, he beefed up in this. So I thought maybe we would see his muscles, but I guess it's just all underneath his costume here. He punches Nebula here. So there's maybe just a jockeying for positions. Oh, and then we see Mantis crying. So maybe somebody does die. But James Gunn would use that tactic here maybe in the trailer just to tease that for us, guys. I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Volume 3 trailer, guys. I thought it was really cool. Just a little post-credit scene there with Drax in the trailer. Let's see what people are saying. I'm so happy that Rocket is finally going to get a backstory he deserves. Yeah, we kind of need to know what happened to him. Like, he said that he was taken apart and put back together so many times. I want to know a little bit more about that. I got chills when Rocket called Quill Pete when he ever called him by his first name. That really stressed the importance of that moment. Yeah, so a lot of people are reading a lot of into this. It's very, very popular right now, guys. It's hard to believe that 9 years ago today we were introduced to these amazing characters. So really, it's been 9 years since the first one. This whole trailer gives me chills, but hearing Groot say, "We are Groot," just makes me so emotional. Not sure I'll be able to get through this movie without breaking down. Yeah, even me, just thinking about it now. I'm just kind of like, wow, I'm having trouble reading your comments. We'll all fly away together. Really had me in the feel. So it's really impacting people. And I got that when I watched the trailer too. So a lot of people like it, guys. It's #1 trending right now. 8.4 million views. That's the trailer that everybody's going to be talking about. Have you guys gone out and checked that out? Check out my trailer reaction for that too. That's up on the channel right now too. Let's continue talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And some weird articles are coming out about it too. So yeah, so we saw that he was being carried there. Star-Lord was being carried. And I was like, in my trailer reaction, was like, is he going to die here? Why Star-Lord needs to die in Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Why? I thought it was going to be more of a love story of him getting back with Gamora. But people are like putting up there spoilers if you haven't seen the holiday special. No, I don't know if I want to see the holiday special. Why Star-Lord's death is the best possible thing for the MCU ending. I don't know if that makes sense. You think it would end with them getting back together and things, maybe one of them tragically dies, but not these two. That's the heart of the Guardians of the Galaxy, for me at least, that you want to see. The trailer has already set up Star-Lord's death. Like, maybe he'll sacrifice himself to save Gamora. Maybe that's what'll happen. It's just speculation, guys. But you can see that, like, a lot of people are talking about this. That's, like, the headlines that everybody will be saying. MCU fans already crying over Guardians of the Galaxy 3 after the trailer. And yeah, it's just Chris Pratt in that shot here of him. As I said, it looked like he was on a medical table or something. He's upset about something. He's crying that maybe somebody had passed on, or something isn't working out the way that he wants. It looks like maybe he's got, I don't know if that's his jacket on there. I don't know. But people are already telegraphing this, right? These two are sobbing like this in the last movie. Yeah, so something like that. I don't know. They're teeing it up, but it could be like the rope-a-dope kind of thing where you're expecting. Everybody likes that picture of Rocket. So there, yeah, we'll use that as a thumbnail for sure. A lot of people out here. Rocket. So maybe Rocket will die. That would be tragic. Maybe that happens. And that will make me bawl like a little baby. No, it'll definitely tug on the old heartstrings for sure. Will a major character die? Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are trying to figure out every little Easter egg from the trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 costumes are a lot more like the comic book accurate. So I guess they did have that kind of bluish uniforms. You can see Rocket there, and you can see the dog there too. So we heard that the dog is going to be in this one again, right? Let's just take a look at the cast list again over on the IMDb. Who voiced the dog in the holiday special? It was a girl, right? Maria Bakalova. Yeah. Cosmo the space dog. Cool. Cool, man. Cool trailer. What do you guys think? Did you see it? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we'll talk about it. Okay, guys, normally we do a live movie news show daily at 12 p.m. Eastern, but we've been trying it at 11 o'clock this week just to see if I can free up some time in the afternoon. Unfortunately, it's just been a busy week for me. We did watch some Godzilla earlier in the week. For sure. We're just trying it out at 11 o'clock, and we'll see what happens this week. If you want to follow me on all the other social media handles there, guys, check that out. There's some behind-the-scenes stories that I post on TikTok and Instagram. You can find out just more about the channel and stuff like that, what I do when I go to movies and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Indiana Jones 5. Like two of these trailers, like all three trailers here, for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Indiana Jones 5, Transformers, Rise of the Beasts all dropped yesterday. So it was like a massive dump of movie trailers because there's like a Comic-Con of some kind going on in Brazil right now. So I guess they wanted to get out ahead of that and post these things online for people to watch. And I would have done it, guys, but I just wasn't home for the most part yesterday after I did the show. So I had to do it this morning. And then this morning I was doing laundry. Hey, you don't need to hear about that stuff. Let's just talk about Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, that trailer was, I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Indiana Jones 5 and the Dial of Destiny. So we got the title reveal with it as well. Comes out June 30th, so it's going to be a summer movie. We're going to see a couple of scenes with the de-aged Harrison Ford. And if that's the way that it's going to look, I think it's going to look pretty good. And the trailer took me by surprise. It's going to be directed by James Mangold, the guy who did Wolverine and Logan. So it's going to be in good hands. And when I watched the trailer, I was kind of like, yeah, I want to see what another director could do with this property. Harrison Ford is in it. Mads Mikkelsen is going to be playing the bad guy, Waller. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is Helena. Boyd Holbrook, Clabber, is going to be like the henchman to Mads Mikkelsen. We just saw Boyd Holbrook in The Sandman, right? Toby Jones is going to be in this. Antonio Banderas, we saw him in the trailer. He's going to be like a small cameo, apparently. And John Rhys-Davies is back as Sala, so that's cool. Thomas Kreitzman is going to be in this. Very interesting cast. But what does that mean? The Dial of Destiny. Because you hear rumors that this trailer was all about time travel, right? Well, let's go and break down some of the stuff here and see what's going on here. It just starts with him driving through this city, kind of like, I guess this will be the opening sequence of him on a quest to get a piece of artifact or something. I think some of the de-aging, as much as they say that it's new technology, I don't know if it's going to work as much. Oops. That's not what I want. I want slower. I want it slower. And I'll show you what I mean when he jumps from one vehicle to another, because it kind of stood out to me when I was watching it. Yeah, obviously that is not Harrison Ford. So they just glued his face onto somebody else, right? Well, whatever. It happens. But I like the imagery of him, like, getting artifacts. It started off with that. He's in the classroom again, teaching, which is what he was, right? He's a professor. So maybe he's leaning more on that foot at the start of this film again, instead of adventuring. But of course, you know that he's going to go on an adventure. And we've seen that the trailers is going to be, well, the Nazis are still around. And, yeah. So he's back at the university. I'll tell you the highlight for me is when, we saw him talking to Sala there, just reminiscing about old times, saying, no, I'm done with the adventure stuff. And he said, well, maybe it's not done with you, kind of thing, right? Is that what he said? But that was cool. And it was just fun to see at least those two back, because the other two of the four people riding off at the end of Last Crusade are gone, right? So Marcus is gone. His father's obviously gone. We see him going through some temples here. And what I liked about it I know it's probably all on sound stages, but at least, with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, you felt like they were just on sound stages for a lot of that movie. This one, it looks like from James Mangold, that they properly got that mix right. And there's Toby Jones right there. So they end up on the top of the train. So there's definitely going to be lots of action in this. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is right there. That's cool. And this is like one of the de-aged shots here, right? This is one of the de-aged. And that actually looks really good. That looks good. I can't complain about that. We heard that it's going to be used multiple times in this, apparently. Oh, and there's our little cameo of Antonio Banderas. No, I thought maybe he would be somebody else at the university, but maybe it looks like he's just going to be somebody on a dig, maybe on a dig site somewhere that just offers Indy some advice along the way. That's cool, though. And Antonio was very humble about it. We saw that yesterday in the Twitter roundup, right? That he said something about it. He was humble about it and happy to be part of that franchise. Then we got a shot here of Mads Mikkelsen in a Nazi uniform. Yeah, he's going to be the bad guy looking for whatever the Dial of Destiny is. He hears possibly about time travel. I don't know. Some more DH stuff of them on the train. So it's going to be very curious to see how James Mangold weaves all this together. But once the music kicks in, the classic indie themes, I think this is another DH shot. Well, yeah, or maybe, I don't know. That shot doesn't look very good. But they still got time to refine it, guys. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that doesn't look all that good. The head just kind of looks very amateurish there. But I don't care about that. I don't care about that. It's Indiana Jones. He's back. He's going to do this. And it looks like Harrison Ford's going to be giving it his all in this one, which is really cool. Yeah, this is apparently like a launch. This is like a celebration for the launch of one of the NASA rockets, right? One of the Apollo missions or something. And then, yeah, we see him put on the hat. The music kicks in, and he's in a cave somewhere with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Ooh, how could you not get goosebumps during this stuff? And there's Boyd Holbrook. Yeah, he's going to be one of the henchmen. He's got the Tash going there. What is this, the Millennium Falcon? No, it's a bomber of some kind. So it looks like a bomber goes into like maybe a temporal rift of some kind. I don't know. Very interesting stuff. But it's going to be cool to see this. I hope they make this one stick, that they kind of wash the taste out of our mouths from the people that didn't like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Dial of Destiny, and the Dial of Destiny. And yeah, then there's that gag of him using the whip on a bunch of people at the table, and they're like, oh, you can't do that. We'll whip out our guns and just shoot you. Of course, he ducks down. So they're just trying to tell us again that there's some levity to it, right? It's going to be a fun ride. Indiana Jones 5, guys, June 30th. Let's see what people are saying. 4.2 million views. So between that and the Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like yeah. Saw Raiders of the Lost Ark in theater in 1981 with my best friend from school. We were so stoked. Okay, yeah. Don't know what I'm not reading your long anecdote. 2.5. My dad took me to see Raiders. Okay, guys, what is with all this reminiscent stuff? I'm sorry. Yeah, that brought me out in goosebumps and brought a tear to my eye. Damn, that looks cool. And Salah's back. Yes, when I saw him in the trailer reaction, I was like, yes. The icing is on the cake. Yes, for sure. Indiana Jones is special to me. It's my favorite attraction as a kid at MGM Studios. Okay, so a lot of reminiscing here. I literally owe my name to these movies, so it holds a special place in my heart. Yeah, lots of people name their kids Harrison after that. I won't look at that thumbnail. The comments are filled with happy memories. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a thing. People are nostalgic for it, for sure. And I thought it was good. I thought it was a good trailer, guys. Indiana Jones 5 trailer reveals first look at de-aged Harrison Ford. And I thought the visual effects, like in shots like this, it looked good. for some of the action sequences, it'll be a little bit mixed because it's still like, I don't know. They got time to refine it. I thought it looked good. Like, that looks real, right? Right? Yes, it does. At least to me it does. How old Indy is in Indiana Jones 5? Well, it takes place in the 60s, right? Late 60s? This one? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is pitch perfect. It's a good sign of what the director James Mangold is in store with these movies. Yeah, as Ford exits the franchise on a high note. Definitely. I think he will. I think this will be the perfect swan song. Because we know that James Mangold, just watching from Logan, that he can hand this off. He can do like a story about an older, aged, not hero. Well, yeah, hero. And he can handle that well. And he's going to be handling Indiana Jones 5 perfectly, I think. Good trailer. Excellent trailer. Okay. What's next? Guys, this dropped yesterday, so I only posted my trailer reaction for this yesterday. So let's talk about it. Transformers and the Rise of Beasts trailer dropped yesterday as well. And it's June 9th, 2023 is the release date. Plot unknown, reportedly based on the Transformers spin-off Beast Wars. Well, loosely, because it looks like Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime are going to be sharing some screen time, a lot more screen time than I thought they would be. But it's going to have RC in it. And I love the RC design. Man, I want this toy. I want an RC toy. That's what I want. I want that sitting on my desk right here. I thought she looked awesome. Who's voicing her? Who's voicing RC? Let's just take a look at the cast list here. Michelle Yeoh's Maximal Arizor. Peter Dinklage is Scourge. Oh, Scourge is going to be in this. Pete Davidson is Mirage. Okay, so who's playing RC? Cristo Fernandez is Wheeljack. Stratosphere, Jonathan DiMaggio. Okay, so Liza Koshy is RC. Liza Koshy. Do I know who she is? What else has she done? Well, I guess maybe she's a voice actor. Maybe? Hansel and Gretel? Yeah, voice actor. Good. That's what I want to see. Voice actors doing voice work. Not just normal actors trying to be voices. But anyway, that's cool. The trailer blew my mind, guys. It blew my mind. Liza Koshy is a huge YouTuber, is she? Over 15 million subs. Wow. Never even heard of her. Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. Let's just take a look at some of the snapshots from this trailer, and then we'll take a look at what people are saying in the comment section, guys. They do that little trailer for a trailer. You're watching the trailer. For millions of years, yeah. Really great trailer. And by the way, Bifer, there in the live chat, thank you for you were aware of this even before I started the show, and you were telling me that it was going to be debuting there at around lunchtime, and it did. And I got my trailer reaction up fairly fast yesterday, thanks to you. But trailer reactions, they get so muddled down with everybody else putting in their trailer reactions. It's just kind of like, it is what it is. But the opening shot of Optimus Primal coming down, I thought it looked great. Like, that looks phenomenal. Now, yeah, then when you see Optimus come down, it's kind of like, okay, well, how's that? Because I thought Optimus went, I thought the original, I'm only thinking of like the CG version one though, like the 3D animated one. Didn't Optimus go back in time or something like that, and then transform himself into the primal mode? Isn't that what happened? I don't know. I can't. Yeah, but it was cool. Like the design is like, that's grand. Like, you get notes of Kong, right? So like the visual effects look like they're on par from Paramount. You see Mirage, and I like the G1 Optimus, and do we see? Yeah, Bumblebee is in there. Like they've mastered the way that these look, and it looks great. It looks phenomenal. Autobots. We didn't get really much hints of the bad guys though. Is Michelle Yeoh going to be the bad guy? Is that what's happening? So this guy's in Mirage. I think this guy is going to be kind of like our human character that we follow in this. That's fine. We need human characters. Now, is he going to be as charismatic as like a Haley Steinfeld? I don't think so, but he doesn't really need to be. And this was the clue that it was like Mirage, right? Because he made duplicates of himself. I remember Mirage. Yeah, the stunt work. The stunt work looks like it's going to be on point on this. From the director of Creed 2, Stephen Cable Jr., right, is his name, I believe. Yeah, then RC here. She looks awesome. Why can't we get more like that? And I think this is supposed to be Ironhide here. I think it's supposed to be. Is Primal. But I like the throwdown here at the end. I really do. Where you just see the robots fighting. And I think this is supposed to be, maybe this will be the Michelle Yeoh character. So maybe, I guess Megatron won't be around in this one. I thought maybe we would see Megatron turn into the T-Rex. But I guess we won't. Where's that, Spain or something? I don't know. Plot or details are under wraps, but it looks good. And it doesn't give the tone, it doesn't have that tone of the Michael Bay ones. It has more of the tone of the Bumblebee. And that's what you need to do, right? Get away from the Michael Bay ones. And I know a lot of people like the Michael Bay ones, but just the crass humor. They didn't need that. Even Peter Cullen, who voices Optimus Prime, said it was getting too far away from what the spirit of what Transformers needs to be. And hopefully, by my estimations of what this trailer did, I think they captured it beautifully. Now, I think these are, I think this is one of the Transformers that turns into Bruticus. And I think we see the Predacons here as well, right? That's one of the ones that's running. Like, that's a Predacon, right? The Predacons are the bad guys. And they transform into a big one, right? Well, because the Predacons were in Beast Wars, right? So I don't know if they're going to do like a Hollow Earth storyline with this one or not. I thought it was good. Like this shot here. Phenomenal stuff, guys. Really cool. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. There's RC again. Actually, really shocking that there wasn't a lot of human stuff in this. It was mostly all about the robots. I think they finally heard us complain, not about the humans. We don't care about the humans. We want Transformers on Transformers. And you can now. Hey, you can have Transformers fighting each other and stuff like that. You can make it all about the Transformers because James Cameron is making an all CG movie. Why can't the Transformers? That's what I say. Okay. Optimus is his voice never gets old no matter how many times you have to hear it. Yeah, Peter Cullen is a true treasure. And I hope he signs a thing that, just like James Earl Jones did about Vader, I hope Peter Cullen says something about, you have permission to use my voice for Optimus to eternity. Because he is the ultimate Optimus voice. He is. I couldn't imagine anybody else. I'm so glad that Peter Cullen is still with us. He's 81 years old, a living legend. Indeed he is. And who's voicing Optimus Primal? It was Ron Perlman, right? Ron Perlman's Optimus Primal? Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool, guys. I hope you guys watched my trailer reaction for it. I thought it blew my mind. Optimus Prime and Bumblebee never gets old, no matter how many times you listen to them. Yeah. So a lot of praise here for Peter Cullen. A lot of Peter Cullen fans, guys. I think they're heading this in the right direction, for sure. And I'm excited. I am totally excited for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Next year, guys, June 9th, 2023. And yeah, I think Michelle Yeoh is playing the evil one. Because you don't see Megatron listed here at all in the voices, right? Rhinox, Reek. But yeah, RC. So you're saying that this Liza Koshy is a huge star, huh, Bifer? What does she do on YouTube? I don't know. Does she do stuff like us? Is a YouTube comedian. Well, let's just pull up YouTube and see what's going on here. Because if she's that big, I like to learn about new YouTubers. I do. So let's just see what kind of stuff that she does. Let's see what she pulls up here. Baby's second time directing TV. So did she do like comedy skits and stuff like that? Cool. So she does like satires on stuff and like that. Okay. Got no problem with that. Cool. People dig that stuff, eh? Is it something that maybe I should try to do? Should I try to? Hey, I have tried to do skits in the past. I used to open up my my actual shows and reviews with little skits. And I'm guessing she makes them about topical stuff. Looks like she wants to try to develop a series of her own there. Possible. Yeah, people could dig it. Maybe that's the field that I need to try to get into to expand this channel here. On top of the movie news stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, guys. Well, that's a lot of trailers. That's a lot of trailers. Let's take a little bit of a break here and tell you what you can find here on the channel. We do full live watch-alongs for a series like Wednesday. A huge hit, guys, on Netflix. Jenna Ortega knocks it out of the park. Go check that out. All 8 episodes are up on the channel right now, guys. Full live watch-alongs, indeed. On the weekends, we do a horror weekly roundup where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines that dropped during the week. And yeah, we just did that full movie reaction for Godzilla vs. Kong. We had lots of fun watching that. Watching those two big titans throw down was really cool. Then, of course, you know, we do movie news here during the week. We do trailer reactions. We do movie reviews, straight out of the theater reactions. Lots of little things that you'll find here on the channel that you'll like. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, because if you're a movie fan, yeah, hey, this is the right place for you because you'll be always able to interact with me because we do a lot of live streaming stuff. We do. Lots of live streaming. So if you got any opinions about all of this stuff, by all means, come in and voice your opinions. All right, let's try to blast through this segment here. Trending headlines. I've been trying to tweak this down a little bit. This is a new segment that I want to try to bring in, just try to expand our reach here a little bit. Now, I'm not going to, this is from Google, trending searches, what people are looking for. A lot of, I'm guessing still World Cup stuff, so we're gonna only look at the stuff that are from the entertainment headlines. Kanye West, yeah, we're going to talk about him later. He got suspended from Twitter again. And we're going to try to forego a lot of the sports stuff. I started off talking about them, but then it's kind of like, that's not relevant to what you guys want to hear, so I'm not going to dull you down on that. Dolly Parton, Inside Appalachia, looks back at 2022. Okay, so yeah, she's cool. I like Dolly Parton. See if there's anything trending on here for movie news stuff. Willie Nelson, entertainment news. Everything we know about Willie Nelson's 8 children. Do I want to know about that? And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did trend there on Google yesterday, so that's good. Yeah, the trailer. So, and we saw that in the trailer reactions. So this is just more or less corroborating things that we know. Transformers was trending. Yeah, the trailer breakdowns. Everybody will be farming that for headlines and views. Simon Cowell is not dead despite very sad news. Death hoax. Was there a hoax about Simon Cowell? He's that guy from American Idol and American's Got Talent. You know, I don't know what his talent is, really. I don't know. He just likes to, he's a critic. He critiques people. And he's got money. I guess there was a hoax that he was dead. There's something vain about, there's something about him that just screams about his vanity. He's really proud about his vanity of some kind. That just never really appealed to me. So let's just go over to the real-time searches. We'll set up the category for entertainment and see what's trending out there for the entertainment headlines. Miss Earth 2022 is going to be from the Philippines. South Korea beauty pageant. What? Palestine's Nadine Nab's runner-up at Miss Earth. Are they still doing these beauty pageants? I thought those things kind of went the way of the dodo. Or at least they should. Who won? Who won? Um, oh, Palestine contestant has been named Miss Earth. Okay, so she did win. What? I thought they just said she was the runner-up. Okay, well, good for them. Okay. Brad William Henke, Orange is New Black died. Yeah, we'll be talking about that later on. That's a trending headline that we got. Anya Taylor-Joy, Mad Max Fury Road, Imperator Furiosa. First time driving stunts. Past 24 hours, people have been looking for the Anya Taylor-Joy headline. We talked about this multiple times on the channel because you know I'm a huge fan of Anya Taylor-Joy. That she learned how to stunt drive her own stunts a little bit for the new Furiosa prequel from George Miller, where she plays the younger version of Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa. And I hear the stunts are going to be awesome. She drove her car. People are looking for that. Anya Taylor-Joy's always cool to talk about her in my books. Some Disney park headlines. Christmas Carol. Oh, yeah. Well, we are in December now, right? December 2nd. So people will be looking at Christmas movies. In fact, we're going to be talking about a Christmas movie here in just a moment. Violent Night. Hugh Jackman, Deborah Lee Furness, moving post for his wife's 67th birthday. Oh, yeah. His wife is a little bit older than him, right? Well, he's not 67. Wait a minute. How old is Hugh Jackman? Let's just pull that up. How old is Hugh Jackman? He's not 67. I know that she's older than him. Hugh Jackman. He's got to be in his 50s, right? 54. So she's 12 years older than him. No big deal. They're both adults, guys. Let them do what they wanted. And they've been together for a long time. So kudos. Sight and Sound makes a list of the best movies of the year. 10 years. Check out the new poll, Sight and Sound poll. Sight and Sound poll. Okay. We'll take a look at that. Kanye West. Oh, I don't want to talk about that, but we are. It's trending. It's trending. So not too much there for trending headlines that pertain to us, but I'll take a look at what's this Sight and Sound poll. Greatest directors of all time. Sight and Sound poll. Is this the right website? Is this the correct website for this poll? Reject cookies. I don't want anything to do with these cookies. Is this it? Is this their list? Greatest films of all time. Best movies of 10 years. Correct website. Okay. Okay, so, we're not going to go through all 100 of them. Because that would just be most of the show. Let's go down to their last 10. A lot of black and white stuff here. So they're definitely trying to be inclusive from all the time periods. Godfather is number 12. Okay, that one jumps out at me. Singing in the Rain. Mulholland Drive is number 8. Really? Guys, David Lynch's Mulholland Drive is better than The Godfather? No, I like David Lynch as a filmmaker, but really? No. So that gives me pause on this list automatically. 2001 Space Odyssey. Yeah. The opening scenes is a little bit trouble. I have trouble getting through with because it's man in suit, right? They used man in suit for the monkey scenes, and it was kind of like it's definitely dated. You have to tolerate some stuff with it, but like the message is still fairly haunting. Citizen Kane is number 3. Vertigo is number 2. Tokyo Story. I don't even know what the heck this is. I'm sorry, I'm proving my ignorance. I'm supposed to be a movie fan here, guys. Jean Delman 23, Quoi du commence. Is that a film? Like, is that the title of a film? Belgium? That's the best movie of all time? Yeah. Not digging it. Well, I thought they were trying to be inclusive here, but It is what it is. All right, guys, that's enough for the trending movie news headlines. Let's get into this movie review for Violent Night. And this will be cut out later and put up on the site by itself. Because I saw Violent Night last night, guys. Violent Night is out in theaters right now, guys, where David Harbour is playing Santa Claus, and he takes on a bunch of bad guys, led by John Leguizamo. And I saw it last night in the theaters. It says here in the plot synopsis, when a group of mercenaries attack the estate of a wealthy family, Santa Claus must step in to save the day. And I like the trailers for this. It looked like David Harbour was having a lot of fun with this. And it's graphic at times. It truly is. David Harbour, like in its brutality. Beverly D'Angelo is in this. Gertrude. Time has not been nice to Beverly. She is not. John Leguizamo. Yeah. So, what do you need to know about this, guys? Look at the runtime. It's an hour and 52 minutes. So know that going in. I said that in my straight out of the theater reaction that's up on the channel right now. Here it is. Here it is, straight up, guys. It's not a good film. The dialogue is terrible in it. It's got some really questionable acting from the rest of the cast. John Leguizamo is good. David Harbour is good. But it's kind of like, it's a one-note gag. We know that he's not meant to take on the terrorists or the mercenaries. So get to it. And there's a couple of scenes in this, well, there's multiple scenes in this, where he's just sitting in a room, hearing everything going on, and then it's kind of like him slinking through the house. And that's a bulk of like 45 minutes of this movie. And I don't know how people are overlooking that in some of the reviews. We'll take a look at the tomato meter here in a minute. But for me, it's kind of like, okay, it was fun to see him get set up, and they did establish some cool mythos with him. Using some of the Santa themes that we know, like him using his nose and stuff to get up chimneys and stuff like that. And they were establishing some cool backstory to Kris Kringle. But then it just kind of stops and has like these conversations with this young girl, and it just completely loses momentum. And it happens for 10 minutes at a time, and it's kind of like, just get on to the part where he takes on the mercenaries, for crying out loud. Oh, yeah, this is the first movie in a long time where I was so tempted to walk out of this film. I was. Let's go over the tomato meter. 66%, 90 by the audience. So yeah, the audience seems to be liking it, but it's only like 50. This will come down a little bit. It's the runtime. The runtime really hurts this. It says an hour and 41 minutes here, though. No, it's not, guys. It was closer to 2. I checked in at 5 o'clock for this. It was after 7 o'clock when I came out. And I know that's including trailers and commercials before the movie starts, but I was just kind of like, some of the acting here was not good, especially from the parents of the little girl. Like, the little girl was okay. Who was the Alex Hassel and Mitra Suri? Alexis Louder, the two parents of the young girl. Not good acting. And it sucks, because that Alex Hassel guy who plays the father, I was looking at him, he's got a look to him. He does. I thought he could play like a villain of some kind. Like, he's got like that structure in his face that he could play a villain. Like maybe like a Prince Shizor there from like Star Wars. But then when you see him acting, it's kind of like, yeesh. Violent Night, guys. Let's take a look at the snapshot reviews and see if I agree with them. From the Times UK says, Die Hard meets A Miracle on 34th Street. That's it. That's the pitch. And most of this blood-soaked action comedy nearly fulfills those expectations. And it is bloody. It is edgy in its graphic nature when he starts to throw down and attack the people. But it's kind of like, that's what the movie should have all been about, but it's only for like 5 minutes here and there, and it doesn't. And it's like those payoffs. It takes too much to get to those payoffs. It takes way too much. And I was just bored. And that sucks because John Leguizamo was eating it up as the bad guy. But even him was struggling to, like, it's like, there's lots of these scenes where it needed an edit. And there's Beverly D'Angelo. You didn't really see her in the trailers that much. It sounds like smoking or drinking hasn't done her any favors. In real life, I mean. Which kind of sucks. And this is like the dopey family, and you were rooting for them to get killed because they're like buttheads. They say the kind of a mix of like Die Hard and Home Alone. They try to do that Home Alone thing at one point, and it's kind of like, yeah, it was kind of funny. Like the little kid sets up traps for the mercenaries. It was kind of funny, but as I said, it just took too long for us to get there. And by the time it did, I was cashed out. I was checked out. Let's take a look at some of the other snapshot reviews. Maybe a bad one here from Wall Street Journal. This one gets bogged down with people sitting around talking. Yes. So know that. A lot of sitting down and talking. And when we finally reach a series of cinematic confrontations, they're lazily written and thoughtlessly staged. Yeah, guys. If it was an hour like this, Violent Night, this pitch should have been the exact length of what Lake Placid was. Lake Placid was an hour and 20 minutes. Violent Night should have been an hour and 20 minutes because you saw the pitch in the trailers. We know what the gag was, and why would you want to sit there in the theater for an hour and 40 minutes for it to finally start to come into fruition? Not very good, guys. Not good. Hey, if you want to see those few moments and have a few laughs, go out and check it out. But for me, Violent Night is a 4 out of 10. A generous 4 out of 10. Because it was something that I wanted to walk out of. Okay, guys, that's it for me. And it sucks because I do like David Harbour. And I like John Leguizamo. And I like the premise. But it just didn't deliver. Santa Claus as a brutish kind of guy didn't work for me. What do you guys think? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. You do know that I'm just trying to spare you guys time and money to not waste in the theater, right? Wait for when you're at home and you can hit the fast forward button through some of the talking scenes. Like that snapshot review of them saying talking. Yeah, too much talking. Okay, let me get set back up here for the movie news stuff. And we'll start to round out the day because we're already a little bit, well, I was about 10 minutes late, right? So, yeah, let's get into some of this stuff because Mandalorian has a big headline out there too. Mandalorian Season 3 premiere date. Mandalorian Season 3 sets March premiere date at Disney+. So it's going to be another little bit here. We'll be doing full live watch-alongs for Mandalorian for sure. So those reports that it was going to come out in February were, well, yeah. When we saw those headlines, guys, I said, take it with a grain of salt. Those people are not too reliable. But it is what it is. We've seen the teaser for it. I thought it looked cool. We're going to see more Bo-Katan in this one. People like Grogu. Apparently he's going to get like a mech suit of some kind in this one, which will be kind of funky. I think that'll be cool to see. But March 1st, right? March 1st. So over 3.5 months. Well, just actually 4 months away now, guys. 4 months away from Mandalorian Season 3. So I guess they want to take a little bit of a breather room there from Andor. I don't know why, though. I thought that maybe we would want to continue on with that high. But Mandalorian Season 3 premiere date, March 1st, 2023. We'll be waiting for it. We'll be watching it here on the channel for sure. Full live watch-alongs. All tied into a nice little playlist for you guys. Indeed. Continuing on with trending series stuff. Midnight Club was on Netflix, and I started watching it, and I think I got to like episode 5 or something, didn't I, or 4, and then it lost me. It lost me, and I think it lost me because of they tried to do like a fake out death with one of the characters, and I was kind of like, well, we saw the camera moving towards her, and she was screaming, and then she was lying there, but she wasn't dead. I was kind of like, oh, you're in a hospice. It was kind of like, okay, let's just talk about the headline. Enough of my complaining here. The Midnight Club has been canceled by Netflix after 1 season. Now, it did give us Ruth, who plays this, what's her name? Ruth, something Ruth, who plays this character. And she's going to continue on with Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan produced this. He didn't direct this. And he did Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, Midnight Mass. And he's going to work with her, who was a standout for me in this series. He's going to work with her in the fall of House of Usher on Netflix next. So that's cool. But Netflix wasn't happy with, I guess, maybe the numbers or something. Maybe a lot of people were just like me. They just kind of like lost interest. It was kind of like, yeah, wasn't a good show. Let's see what some people are saying here in the comments. That'll teach them. What are you talking about, man? Because it was terrible? Well, it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't all that interesting. This series sucked. Good call. Okay, so people didn't like it. That's why it's getting canceled. It was an interesting premise. Like them telling stories. Well, they're all dying because they're in hospice, right? But them telling like ghost stories at midnight, the Midnight Club, and they would be acting in those stories. Like that was an interesting premise. I don't know. Maybe it was like the directing. It didn't have the weight and the punch, the feeling of a Mike Flanagan. It didn't. He didn't do as well as Guillermo del Toro did in getting directors for Cabinet of Curiosities. He didn't do as good of a job getting directors for Midnight Club, I feel. That's the way I feel, and maybe that's why it succumbed. But talking about Mike Flanagan, I guess Mike Flanagan was not happy about that, and he's decided to move his properties. Well, he can't move his properties, but the team behind the haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor and Midnight Mass is going to, well, I guess that team is moving from Netflix to Amazon. So I guess I need to get my Amazon Prime deal back so we can watch Peripheral, right? Trevor Macy and Mike Flanagan. So I guess Netflix still has those properties, and they will always have those properties because they signed the deal for Mike Flanagan to produce them for Netflix. So they'll always be there. But whenever they do make a third or another haunting series, it'll be on Prime. So that just makes the case for me to go and get Prime. But yeah, it's just business stuff, guys. It's behind the scenes stuff. It's just they put out their puff pieces saying that they've long admired Amazon for the creativity and stuff like that. I just nobody's going to be losing anything here from Netflix. They've had their deals, and there was no official deal for him to sign like 3 series for the Haunting series. We'll still see it. He'll still create it. It's just going to be on a different platform. No big deal for me. It's just people can try to read into the background that he wasn't happy that they canceled Midnight Club and stuff like that. I just think it's maybe just work atmosphere, maybe just a change of pace. I don't know. A. Weaver says I liked it, especially the narrative structure, but guessing just fell short in the end. Bummer. I may try to finish watching the Midnight Club, but I'm just going to binge through it, guys. I'll just binge through it and post my final thoughts because we're not getting any more of it, which will definitely bum some people out. Certainly not nearly as good as Wednesday. Yeah, because other than people dying, like them being there dying, and there's like maybe like a ghost. It actually had very similar elements to Wednesday with like the secret club, like the secret society behind the hospice. It had similar elements there to Wednesday. It just didn't have that execution, that mystery that kept you wanting to come back. Other than this girl here, like we're going to see more from her. She's going to be fine. Bummer. bummer kind of people for people who enjoyed it. I apologize for not following through with that, but it just happens. It happens sometimes, right? Let's continue on with that Netflix deal talk because Ben Affleck has come out and said some stuff about Netflix here, and I don't know if I agree with him. I don't know. Let's see what he said. Ben Affleck calls out Netflix for using assembly line process. A seasoned filmmaker has criticized Netflix for the sheer volume of original titles in recent talk, although he understands their strategy. So, yeah, let's see what he said. I guess this was in with the New York Times. If you ask Netflix chairman Reed Hastings, he'd say, hey, we went for quantity to establish a footprint. I'm sure there's wisdom in that, but I'm sure they had a great strategy. But I would have said, how are we going to make 50 great movies? How is that possible? There's no committee big enough. There aren't enough. You just can't do it. It resists the sort of assembly line process. It resists the sort of assembly line process? Is that what you meant to say? I know. There's a bigger audience for action movies than there is for small dramas. Yeah, I get that. Certain genres play more broadly, and you can't not be mindful of that. But let's do a good one. Let's surprise the audience. Let's make them care about it. I don't think that's a terrible thing to say. But assembly line process, I could see them people trying to spin that into saying that, oh, they just do it by committee and they just don't care what they're churning out. No, I think they care because they just put out Knives Out, Glass Onion, guys. So they care. No, I don't agree with their process of not using the theatrical box office to generate revenue. I don't agree with that part. But let's see what else he said here. As streamers have proliferated, they have really ended back-end participation. And so that is partly an effort to try to recapture some of that value and share it in a way that's more equitable. Not just writers and directors and stars, but also cinematographers, editors, costume designers, and other crucial artists who, in my view, are very underpaid. So he's just going to bat. He's trying to go to bat for people behind the camera and stuff like that to make sure that they get their fair share as well. I think they do. It's just assembly line process. I think that's a bunch of nothing right now. He's just trying to weigh the situation, right? I don't know. Maybe it's not resonating with me. Who knows? All right, guys, let's get into a few hit or miss headlines here. Maybe I should have put that one in hit or miss. But we were talking about Netflix there, so I talked about that. Hit or miss. This is where if the headlines are no good, we'll just move on. I want to move on from this one. Elon Musk confirms Kanye West has been suspended from Twitter again after he posted some swastika stuff. Guys, I don't know why in the States the right people on the right side of politics, like that right hand side, are embracing Kanye right now, or EA or whatever, because he's just saying the most outrageous stuff. He's trying to push buttons and appearing on shows with like a sock on his head or something. It's just outrageous. And yeah, he got banned again from Twitter. These headlines are all over the place now, guys. It's all over the big trades. It's all over Hollywood Reporter there. It's all over Variety with a couple of headlines, things that we just can't get away from it. Guys, my ultimate advice is this: Kanye West slammed for praising Hitler. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the clip. Not only is he a Nazi, but he so is everyone who supports him. Yeah, he's not. People try to make excuses for him, and he shouldn't. I say this about Kanye, and I've said it. A lot of his support and a lot of people that like to comment about him are trolls. He's from the same closet as the Trump followers. They're mostly just trolls trying to get rises out of people, trying to push buttons. He had the deal to buy Parler, and that's been terminated. I expect because of this last one where he was talking about Hitler, I expect every advertiser to pull away from him now. And the best way to deal with him is just to not talk about him. But we have to kind of follow this little wave now of people finally realizing that if he was just a person who didn't have a lot of money and didn't sing, have a few hit songs, and he was just somebody else standing in the courtyard yelling all this stuff, we would have him probably put in restraints and taken away in a jacket, right? But because he's got a little bit of money left and people still don't have quite caught on to it, what he's really all about, and he'll say to James, but James, you don't understand what he's trying to say. No, I understand what he's trying to say. I do. I do. I'm just, right now, it's hard not to talk about it because it's so audacious, the things that he says. But yeah, they need to ban him from social media sites. They need to just stop talking about him. Don't give him a voice. Why bring him on your show if if you saw somebody on the street yelling and talking about those things, you would turn around and walk the other way. You would cross the street. Why should it be any different on social media? That's the way I feel about it. I would love to say that that's a miss, but it's kind of a hit headline. We're going to be talking about it until until mainstream media just shoves him away. I'm American in Ohio, and I'm ashamed by what is happening. The exploitation of hate speech is ridiculous. Starve them of attention. Yeah. Starve them of attention. Exactly, A. Weaver. Exactly. Okay, let's move on from that. Let's talk about that actor who died, Brad William Henke. Orange is the New Black, and actor who was on Lost. 56. He was 56. I don't know what defensive end for the NFL. He was in the NFL. Okay, so did he have some brain injuries or something that just caught up with him? I guess it doesn't say exactly what. Cause of death was not provided. Died in his sleep. So it could have been heart related. I had to look him up. Who was he on Lost? Because I did watch Lost all the way through. So there he is from Lost. There's Jeff Fahey's character. He was the helicopter pilot, right? That was ferrying people back and forth from the island to the tanker. And I guess he was one of the thugs, one of the goons working for the smoke monster, wasn't he? Or at least the guy that was controlling the smoke monster. Bummer. Lost seems like it was just yesterday for some reason. I really enjoyed the series. The last season was meh. I sort of recognize him. But 56, yeah, that's young. That's too young. Luckily, I'm still more than a decade away from that. Way more than a decade. Yeah, Brad William Henke. Rest in peace. And I think that's all I got in the headlines. I didn't pull that much after that. A. Weaver says they are like trolls. They just want attention. Yeah, for those types of people. Indeed. Let me just refresh the old, because that Comic-Con in Brazil's going on, let me just refresh my my YouTube page, my subscriptions, to see if any new trailers dropped. Because they dropped around this time yesterday, right? During the lunch hour. And if they do, don't worry. I'll post my reactions as quickly as I can, like I did this morning or yesterday. And we will talk about that kind of stuff. Let me just see if I missed any big headlines. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. And then we'll just round out by taking a look at the old Twitterverse, in case I missed anything. Now, no, I don't see anything in there. Okay. Twitter, James, let's round this out. let's round out the day. It's Friday, guys, and I hope that you have a good weekend planned. I do. Tomorrow we're going to be watching Troll. We're going to be doing the Horror Weekly Roundup tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then at 1 p.m. we'll be watching Troll on Netflix. Let me see if I can pull that up. Troll. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's like a kaiju movie. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Probably shouldn't have seen that. That was my login screen. Damn. Sorry. Well, I can blur that out. 105. People don't care. People aren't going to watch that. Troll. There it is. Troll. Number one movie. Yeah, an hour and 43 minutes. Now, guys, it's a foreign language film, so I'll be watching it with subtitles. But that's the way when we watch RRR, we'll be watching that with subtitles. But we watched the trailers for this, and it looks like, and I hear good things about this, talking about Troll. Yeah. The visual effects looked like it was fairly groundbreaking. Cool, man. Yeah, Troll. We'll be checking that out tomorrow. All right, let's go over to the Twitterverse and see what's going on out there. Top Gun Maverick. Oh, yeah, that's in theaters again, guys. And next week, there's no big movies coming out next week. So maybe that's why Top Gun's coming out right now, to try to capitalize on some more box office revenue. Pedro Almodovar's Strange Way of Life. Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke. Following Netflix's cancellation of The Midnight Club, Mike Flanagan has shared answers to unresolved mysteries of season 1. Who has he shared? Has he shared? Let's take a look at what he said. Netflix season 2. I'm very disappointed that Netflix has decided not to pursue a second season for The Midnight Club. So this is from him. My biggest disappointment was we left so many story threads open. Well, that's your fault. That's your fault, because at least with like things like Andor or Wednesday series, we got things wrapped up, right? It was a self-contained series that just invites more. I don't like it when you leave things dangling, and they've done that multiple times with lots of stuff on Netflix. I'm thinking of like Archive 81. Sorry guys, my nose is starting to run here. Yeah. Amish. Anya. Sorry, they called her Anya. Yeah. Good actress. So if you want to read that, guys, it's up on her, Mike Flanagan's Tumblr. What the possibilities of a season 2 was going to be. It was cool to see Heather Langenkamp back. I'll give you that much. That was cool. Keke Palmer, Best Supporting Actress performance in Nope for the New York Film Critics Circle Awards. Okay, so is that what's happening this weekend? The New York Critics Film Circle Awards? Kiwa Kwan. Okay, so he's been winning a lot too. For Everything Everywhere All at Once. Heartstopper. Aftersun. So a lot of award stuff. Daisy Ridley to star in upcoming Miramax TV series, The Christie Affair. In 1926, when her husband's affair became public, Agatha Christie vanished for 11 days. Her husband's mistress, Nan Ridley, and Agatha become entwined in each other's lives. So she's going to be playing the mistress. Well, I like Daisy Ridley. Okay, cool. That's a pretty smart re-release for Maverick. I bet it does well, for A. Weaver says in live chat. Yeah, I think it will. Really like lots of repeat viewings and families. And the flight sequences in it were pretty good. Bifer says he's not a fan of Daisy. She's got potential. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. Scream 4 is now on Netflix. Is it? I still have it saved on my PlayStation 3. But I think it's only like in 480 for some reason. Yeah, we tolerated that BS back then. Is it on Netflix? Let me just pull up Netflix. I still have that tab open. Maybe it's on American Netflix. Scream 4. Countdown, Babysitter. I'm not seeing any Scream here on Netflix, man. No. So it's not on the Canadian one. They do that sometimes. That's probably on the American version. Diego Calva. He's going to be in Babylon. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry reunite. Oh, we just saw these two in Bullet Train, right? And of course, there's talks about Aaron Taylor Johnson maybe being the next Bond. Yeah, he might. There's talks about it. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because Barbara Broccoli just really hasn't even said that much about it yet. Sorry, Daisy doesn't hold a candle to Jenna or Sadie Sink. No, she doesn't. No, both Jenna Ortega and Sadie Sink blow Daisy Ridley out of the water for acting chops. They do. Brian Tyree Henry was amazing in Causeway. Yeah, I heard that. But I don't have Causeway. That's Apple TV. Is that what that was on? I was really, really impressed with him in Bullet Train. And we just saw him actually in our full live watch along of Godzilla vs. Kong. He was in that. He had a really big part in that. Trailer for Indiana Jones 5. We saw that. Wonderland. Don't know what the heck that is. Under the Bridge, Riley Keough. Under the Bridge series. Steven Spielberg of The Fabelmans will receive the Vanguard Award. Okay. I really like The Fabelmans, guys. Hey, if you're looking for things to watch this weekend in the theater and you don't know what to do, well, if you're going to not go see Top Gun Maverick or Violent Night, Fabelmans is definitely up there because we only got to see Glass Onion for a week, which kind of sucks. But yeah, The Fabelmans is worth the watch. A little slow in the get-go, but it has some really cool payoffs. And it's a funny film. It has some laughs in there for sure. Angela Bassett will be honored. Okay, cool. She was good. She was really good in Wakanda Forever. What is your favorite Timothée Chalamet performance? Not Bones and All. Right now would probably still have to be Dune for me. Oh, I like the poster. The first poster for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Very basic. Very basic, but as a teaser poster, awesome. The Autobot sign on there. You know, when I was growing up, I was like this close to getting like a Decepticon tattoo on my shoulder. Because I'm obviously a Decepticon. You guys knew that, right? Right? Yeah. Whoops, sorry. I'm not letting you guys scroll along here with me. Timothée Chalamet on the set of Dune 2. That's a weird jacket. It's got skulls, or it's got the skeleton on it. All right, and that's where we ended up yesterday. Okay, guys, we've been going a little bit over time today. I'm going to go have my breakfast now. Well, I'll see what's going on in the afternoon here. We may do a full live watch along for something. I'm sorry, I'm not really all that prepared for it this week. I just got other things I need to be doing. But enjoy your weekend if not, and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll talk more movie news. Tomorrow we'll be doing the horror, and we'll be watching Troll. Yeah, for sure. See you guys then. Enjoy your weekend. And that's it for me from Mirror Domains. See you next time.